All right, now with established car makers like Ford and Holden shutting up shop and a parade of local manufacturers moving offshore, there are now questions over how local businesses can remain competitive in that environment.
Simplot Australia makes many well-known brands, including John West, Lean Cuisine and Legos. Chief Executive Terry O'Brien showed Bev O'Connor around his production plant and spoke about the keys to keeping open for the long term.
It's been pretty tough over the last few, say 3 to 4 years really. We're finding pressure on the sales price, brought about by a number of factors, but the costs have continued to rise, so we've had quite a squeeze on our profitability.
We hear a lot about Australian labour costs are so high compared to, say, at the Asian region. Is that where the competition's coming from?
Well, it's not really. We find in our categories anyway, our major competitors are more the developed countries. New Zealand is probably our major competitor in vegetables, and they have a much lower labour structure. In fact, they have a much lower cost structure across the board. And other countries that are also developed have on their side, they have scale, which we don't have.
So give us a sense of what a person might earn working in a factory like this an hour.
Around about $27 that would be their wage, and then by the time we add on to that the various on-costs, payroll taxes, etc., the cost comes up to costing us around early 50s.
And can you afford to keep open at that cost?
We're not looking to reduce people's wages. What we would like to do is slow down the increase in wages, because every time wages go up, the impost reduces our ability to continue to invest in capital and improve the efficiency of the business. But at the same time, one other way to handle that is also to get more for the money.
So more productivity.
So more productivity, yes.
Let's talk a little bit about the price wars domestically in Australia, how that has impacted suppliers. Of course, we know that the ACCC has taken action against Coles.
The retail market has become very, very competitive. Coles was sort of reawakened with change of ownership. And they compete very, very strongly with Woolworths. And then we had the entry of Aldi and the entry of Costco, also bringing more of a discount flavour to the market. So there is a lot of pressure on price, and consumers are being told constantly that they're paying too much for grocery.
Are we?
Well, I don't believe we are. If you look at the statistics, we pay around about 10.7% of our discretionary income for groceries. Go back 20 years, it was about 11%. You look at the developed world, it's somewhere between 9 to 12 or 13.
And that terrible Aussie dollar, where would you like to see it settle?
We think it's probably about right now. At $1.10 it was pretty awful. We were getting bombarded from all over the world, and it was just too easy for people to replace our products. At 95 or 93, it's still a bit of an issue. But realistically, I think we have to be able to handle anything below $1, anything from parity down. If you can't do that, then you haven't really got a business that's viable.
Well, that's good to know. Great to talk to you. Thank you very much for showing us around.
Thanks.